Hey everybody, Seanymous and B-Rye back here again. This time, Game of Thrones Episode 3, The Queen's Justice. There's some good moments in this one. A lot of talking, but some very good conversations.
Yes.
We get to see, Daenerys meet Jon.
We did.
Have a conversation. We get to see Varys and Melisandre, the Red Woman, meet and have a conversation. Let's see, Jon and the Arch Maester have a little bit of a conversation. Just lots of talking, but none of it boring.
No, it moved forward a lot.
Yeah, it's a lot of plot shifting. I mean, there was some action scenes towards the end, but just kind of glanced over. Like, here's kind of the beginning, and then, all right, now we'll show you what happens towards the end of it.
They were kind of easy battles with no, the only people...
Not much
only,
resistance.
one person died of real note.
Yeah.
Or value.
Pretty much. Yeah, the Varys meeting up with Melisandre was very strange. They're sitting on that cliffside, and she tells them that basically she knows that they both have to die here in Westeros.
Yeah.
And Varys is like, what do you mean? So he's not a fan of magic or anything in that realm. You know?
No.
So any type of fortune telling or anything like that, he's very skeptical of. He likes cold hard facts.
Yeah, he's in that on the side of science over magic.
Yeah.
And I think he does believe in magic. I think that's been established in the past seasons.
Right. He believes it, he just despises it.
Yeah, he has not seen it been used for good.
Only for evil. Only for wiener stealing. But yeah, we got to see Jon Snow and Daenerys meet for the first time ever.
In a very tense...
Yeah. Just one wrong word would... Either way would be bad.
Yeah. They're two people with different goals.
Right. So they're so similar in their ambitions, or their... Not ambitions, but their... What type of character they are. That they're also so different that they just look at each other and they don't trust each other. They know... They both look at each other like, I know you're a good person. You're trying to do good things, but I want you to bend to me, or I want you to give me what I need.
Yeah. They both have the same goal of everybody living after this next great war. They just have different visions of what the next great war is.
Right.
Jon Snow believes it's in the north against the White Walkers,
mm-hmm.
and Daenerys believes it's against Cersei,
mm-hmm.
and that once she becomes queen, then she rules over the land and becomes the good ruler that it needs.
Right. And Jon's like, hey, my people say they want me as their king. I don't really want it, but out of duty and loyalty, I'll do it for them. Yeah. So I'm not bending the knee,
I think he would if he saw Cersei as the main threat.
Yeah.
He doesn't. I'm not even sure after this episode that he really even sees Cersei as a threat.
He sees her as an obstacle to deal with later.
Yeah.
He's on the back burner, just not a major concern.
Yeah. She's problem number 12 on the list of 10 problems.
Yeah. He's got 99 problems, and that bitch ain't one.
No.
So that was very tense conversation. Davos and Tyrion are kind of mediating in between, so things aren't... The wrong word isn't said.
Yeah.
Keeping them on track of being on good terms. Jon's there for the dragon glass, and Daenerys invited him there so he could bend the knee to her and she can get another ally.
Yeah. He came for weapons, and she offered for him to come for loyalty.
Mm-hmm.
And that's not... It's not what happened at the beginning.
Right. I like how in the beginning she brought up the fact that your grandfather met with my grandfather and bent the knee to him and swore loyalty, forever. And then he brings up that her father was the Mad King. She's like, well, yes, my father was evil. We are not we are not our parents' children. We're not our parents.
Yeah.
We're our own people. And he's like, okay, going off that, I agree with you. I'm not my parents or my grandparents, so therefore I did not swear loyalty to the Targaryens. Basically telling me, based on what he's seeing so far, he just sees a spoiled rich girl claiming she, the world is hers. He's like, fuck this, I've got fuck all happening back home. I'm not going to see her waste time bending the knee to you and, prancing around for you and...
Yeah, it was odd that he didn't even identify himself as a Stark.
Yeah, he was not a Stark, I'm not a nobody, I'm just the King of the North,
Yeah.
Built from nothing.
Yeah, I thought that was just a really interesting moment.
Yeah. I think one of my favorite scenes, or one of my favorite parts of the story this time, was getting back to Jorah, and the Archmaister's poking him with that stick.
Oh, yeah.
Poke.
He looks a lot better than what I thought he would have.
Yeah, I thought he was gonna look like just muscle and sinew and things being exposed.
I thought he was gonna look like something that's supposed to be on display in a science class.
Yeah, like the 3D works where they do the plasticization. Yeah, like something like that. But definitely looked a lot better.
Oh yeah.
But he's just kind of. He's like, wow, that worked, and the Archmaister's like, okay, so this just happened just in your sleep or what? And he's like, I just started feeling better.
Yeah.
I don't know what happened, Looks to Sam, wink, thumbs up, thanks, buddy. And,
the headmaster's just like, there's some real fuckery going on.
Yeah,
here.
he's like,
we're going to discuss it later.
You two are full of shit, but you know what, Sam, you're coming with me, Ser Jorah, I guess you're on your way, And I thought it was funny. Sam thinks he's getting this huge chewing out. He's like, you could have exposed everyone here to grayscale by just, interacting with him that way and trying to recreate the procedure. You could have gotten grayscale, You're putting lives in jeopardy, but you succeeded.
Yep. You could have fucked up, but you didn't.
Yeah, and that requires a great amount of skill in what you did. How did you do that? He utters the best line.
So I read the book and I did what it said.
Yeah, followed the instructions, And I was like, he goes, well, based off of that, and he starts walking him over, and I'm like, oh, he's got like an IKEA furniture piece. He's going to be like, since you can follow the instructions so well, build that for me.
I thought he was going to take him to this other person that looks way worse.
Oh, yeah. Here's this guy with grayscale, and it's actually the thing.
Yeah.
Orange Rock.
This guy's got his complete lower half covered.
Ugh. Yeah, God, yeah. Oh, no.
Yeah.
But he leads him to a whole table filled with scrolls and not
just
the shape-shifting aliens,
old
but
books.
like parchment paper and books, and he tells him he wants copies of everything.
Because they're all wilting away, basically.
So transfer them to new paper so they survive. Yeah. And it looks like it's a punishment in one sense, which I think he was, in the back of his mind, Sam is like, thank God it's not more chamber pots.
Yeah.
But at the other time he's like, fuck, my hand is going to be so cramped from writing all of this shit down. But
I wonder if there's something useful in those books.
That's what I'm thinking. I think the Archmaister's like, you just read that book and was able to do something that no one else really can do. Here's some other texts that are, a little bit more advanced. Let's see what he can do with these. Yeah.
Or it could be just way off and it's
just a punishment.
Like all about the rocks in Westeros.
Yeah. I think, I think by the end of this season, Sam's going to get back to Jon. He's like, oh, I'm a maester now. And he's just like, got this huge chain behind him where he's got like several wraps.
Yeah.
I learned everything.
Yeah.
Just a walking thesaurus.
Yeah.
Or dictionary or encyclopedia. Whatever one has knowledge in it.
You had a Euron showing up back in King's Landing with his presents for the Queen.
Oh yeah, had him by a chain and
the Sand mother and daughter and
mother and daughter snakes.
Yep, mother and daughter snakes.
And Yara,
his
niece.
And he's just taking them through the walk of shame. They still got their clothes on, even though the mother and daughter got their shirts ripped open. They still got bras on.
Yeah.
Which is really weird. I haven't seen anybody wearing a bra in this show yet.
Yeah. I don't know if it was just like a top of some sort, not supposed to be an undergarment, but
it's what it was basically used for.
Yeah.
But he just leads on a walk of shame all the way up to...
He's laughing on his horse. He's
like,
this is great. Everyone's applauding a Greyjoy. Look at this.
Yep. He's just like a crazy asshole,
mm-hmm.
basically. Offers up the prizes to Cersei, and he takes the Greyjoy with him,
mm-hmm.
and goes off on his next mission, basically.
Yeah. Yeah, he tells Cersei, like, all right, I done good, right? I done good. So now you're going to give me what I want, right? And she goes, of course. After we win the war. He's like, blue balls.
Yeah.
God damn it. Okay, I'll do this too,
Yeah, this guy's jerked off many nights on a boat. I think he's going to be okay, though.
Yeah.
He probably just does it in front of everybody. He's like, I'm a crazy pie.
He calls an all-hands meeting.
Yeah. He's that kind of crazy asshole on this show. Just,
watch me spread my ass cheeks.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Then, you see Cersei with the Sands. They're tied down in the dungeon. They're chained up.
Mm-hmm.
And she's just basically motherfucking Ilaria Sand for killing her daughter.
Oh, yeah.
And she's like debating on how to kill her. Like, should we just let the mountain crush her head in like her husband? Maybe crush her daughter's head in.
Yeah, she's like, oh, that's right. Your daughter is here, isn't she?
Yeah.
After going on this whole thing about how you killed my daughter.
Mm-hmm.
So.
And ends up giving her a kiss with the poison.
Mm-hmm.
And the punishment is just she's going to have to watch her either slowly or quickly die painfully.
And then it sounds like they're just going to leave her body in there and just watch her decay in front of her.
Yep.
Into nothing. Which I'm like, God damn, that's ruthless.
Yeah.
She's going to be batshit crazy by the end of that. Like, just out of her mind.
Yeah.
That's a revenge right there.
Yeah.
That's a...
Yep.
I thought she was going to say, like, yeah, the mountain's going to rape you for hours on end,
Yeah.
Something like that.
Then he goes back to the north, and Sansa's doing a pretty good job leading.
Oh, yeah.
Figuring things out. Like, yeah, we don't have enough food. We need more food.
We need food. Build that armor better.
Yeah. And all of a sudden, Bran shows up.
Just strolls. Well, not strolls through the gate, but they roll him through the gate.
Yeah.
In the back of a cart.
And he just like, no emotion. I was like, hey, what's up?
Very emotionless, yeah. Like, it's like, she goes to give him a hug. It's like, your arms aren't paralyzed.
Yeah.
Fucking hug her back. That's your sister, goddammit.
Yeah.
He's like, oh, yes. Good to see you, too.
I'm a three-eyed raven now.
I'm above everything.
Yeah.
And she's like, what the hell does three-eyed raven mean? He's like,
yeah, I see everything. It's hard to explain. It's like, is it really that hard to explain?
Just warg into a bird and, make it come down and, like, stand in front of her.
Yeah, use your fucking words. You're an adult now.
Yeah.
You could explain it to her. It's easy to explain. It's not whether or not she understands. That's her business.
Yeah.
And they're all talking at the tree. She gets up and leaves, and he just lays there because that's all he can do.
Yeah. Well, she gets up and leaves because his way of trying to prove it to her was...
Oh, yeah, I remember that
talking
night.
about her wedding night, which is also her rape night.
Yeah.
And she gets all creeped out and walks away.
Yeah, there are probably better ways to...
I don't know, maybe he could have been like, hey, you remember when you were 6 and you picked your nose and you wiped it on Mom's, bottom of her cup or something like that?
He could have just been like, I like the way you sick those dogs on Ramsey.
Oh, yeah. I thought you were going to say suck something.
Yeah,
I loved it. It was great watching my sister do that.
Like, you could have said, like, a bunch of different things, and it would have been way more acceptable.
Anything is better than that.
Yeah, it's like 3 nights ago you had a really runny poop.
Yeah.
That would have been better off than, hey, you were really pretty that night that you got married to the worst asshole in fucking show.
Yeah.
Got raped horribly. I feel bad for you. I wish it didn't happen.
It's such an awkward moment. It's just...
Yeah. She's like, well, I'm going to walk away.
Yeah. She's like, you've grown into a creepy person, Bran. I want you to leave Winterfell now.
Yeah. And it's really interesting. Like, she kind of... Like, before with Jon Snow, she was kind of, like, all about being the leader.
Yeah.
Basically. Like, she...
When she saw Bran, she's like, now you're Lord of the Winterfell.
Yeah.
You take it, you know. He's like, nah, I'm good.
No, I'm a 3-eyed raven.
Ka-ka!
A 3-eyed raven and a 0-legged man.
Yeah.
So... And, like... Back on the island with Daenerys.
Mm-hmm.
This is all out of order, most likely.
Yeah, we just watched it, and we remember stuff from it. We just saw it, but...
We're old men.
What order it happened in?
Yeah. And, like, they've all figured out that, like, they've lost their armada, basically.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, because
figuring out their next move.
When they go to take Casterly Rock, you mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, and they show up, and I like that Tyrion was saying, like, I know a secret entrance because I was put in charge of the sewage thing, and
Yep.
I made myself a little Tyrion cave down there.
Yeah.
That has a bed and lots of fucking supplies, and
Basically, it's got like a
little
whole
sex dungeon.
whole rack of dildos for them.
Yeah. So they go in through there and go past the rack of dildos and go up through one of the storm drains and lets in the rest of the army by taking the big bolt off the door.
Yep. And they take Casterly Rock.
A little too easy.
Way too easy. And as it turns out, most of the army isn't even there.
Grey Worm's like, what the fuck? There was supposed to be way more people here.
Yep.
And he turns around, looks towards the sea, and yeah, there's Euron's bombing the hell out of those ships.
Yeah, he's taking up. The rest of the armada is getting taken away.
Mm-hmm.
And you get a... Oh, and sometime before that, like, Theon finally gets picked up.
Oh, yeah. They pull him out of the water. He's just shivering on the deck.
I tried to help, but I couldn't. And they're like, if you tried, you wouldn't be alive. They know he was fucking...
He's back in a reek mode.
Yeah. They know what he's all about. They're not buying it.
Mm. Yeah, when Grey Worm sees all that happening out there, and he picks up that one Lannister, and he goes... There's like a very Batman moment there for a second.
Yeah.
So it picks him up, where are the other Lannisters? Where are they? And then it cuts to the Lannisters marching on to Tyrell's home castle.
Yep. And that army takes that castle fairly easily.
Yeah. They're not known for fighting.
And they're going there for the money.
Mm-hmm.
Plain and simple.
The Iron Bank of Bravos wants their money back from the Lannisters, and Cersei says, I'll get it to you.
Yep.
And so she's got to steal it from the Tyrells by killing them off.
And they do it fairly easily because the Tyrell army is really nothing.
Mm-mm.
Especially since the Tarleys have sided with the Lannisters instead of the Tyrells.
So the only meaningful death this episode is the old Tyrell. What's her name?
Yep, Mama Tyrell.
Mama Tyrell. Elena. So she's already sitting there in her little office area thing.
Yeah, wearing her funeral gown.
Mm-hmm. So, all right. Jaime Lannister walks all the way up the steps, all through the halls, all the way up to the castle, all the way up to where she's at. And she's like, okay, is it over? He's like, yeah, it's over. Did we fight well?
As well as could be expected. He's being really nice about it.
Yeah. He's being very gracious being very respectful. And she's just she's just being a cunt to him.
Yeah.
Like, very, very backhanded,
Well, what else does she have? She
Oh, I
has
know.
nothing else.
I know. But like the way it's leading, you think, oh yeah, he's just gonna shove his sword right through her throat or something like that, or
He's
you
gonna
know,
shove his throat, huh?
yeah, shove his throat, something. And when it gets to when she says, you know, how are you gonna kill me? He's like, well, Cersei wanted me to do this and that and all these torture things.
Wanted you to be like beheaded and
shamed through the square.
To be flayed and alive, and
He's like
I talked her out of it and
just a little bit of poison.
Be really painless.
Mm-hmm.
Gives it to her, she drinks it, and then she drops a bombshell on him.
Yeah, because he didn't know that she's the one that orchestrated Joffrey's death.
Yep.
So he's just like, I just gave you an easy way out. It could have been so much more painful had I known that you were the cause of my son's death.
Mm-hmm.
And she's just there smiling. Even though she's losing by dying, she's still winning.
Yeah.
She gets the last word in edgewise.
What do you think upset him more? The fact that his son died, or as the King's Guard, he could do nothing to save his king? I think he's more upset about the King's Guard part.
I think it was the son part.
I don't think he really gave a fuck about him as a son.
I think in the beginning he did. And it maybe now he realizes he doesn't, and it bugs him more. Like, I think the Kingsguard part, he killed a king before. He didn't really, bat an eye on it, 'cause he's not in it for honor or anything like that. He doesn't care what people say about him.
No, he does care.
He cares on the inside, but he makes that outward appearance of not caring.
He even told Ned Stark how much it upset him that he doesn't find him honorable. Because he killed a king that Ned was going to go kill.
Yeah. Well, it's like it's weird picking up on some of it's hard to know where his loyalties are going to be later in the season.
Yeah.
Because you kind of expect him to turn heel on Cersei,
I think he's going to, though.
Yeah, I think so. It's just when is going to be, what moment drives him into that?
Yeah.
Because even the moment where Cersei drags him, back in the bedroom, and then there's a knock at the door in the morning, he's like, let me get out of here first before you fucking answer that, because I don't want people to know that, we're not out in the open about this.
As if they don't know her.
Yeah. And she's like, fuck off, I'm the queen, I'll do whatever I want. So she opens it, and the servant girl, looks, and she's like, oh, don't see that, and Jaime's kind of like, so you can tell, I think he likes keeping the secret a little bit between them, even though it's not a secret.
Yeah.
But things are starting to rub him the wrong way. And yeah, either he's going to kill Cersei, or he's just going to up and leave, or something.
I think it's going to be once she ends up marrying Euron.
Yeah. That might be the key.
Yeah. I think that's when he's going to, alright, I can handle all these things, but you fucking another man, I can't handle it.
He's going to reach a breaking point,
yeah.
And it's going to be awesome when that happens, because he's one of those characters that he's on the wrong side, but you love him,
Yeah.
In the beginning, you hate him. You're like, this motherfucker, he pushed a kid out of a window. Somehow you forget about that. He's awesome.
Yeah.
I think right around just before he gets his hand cut off is when you start to like him.
Yeah.
And then afterwards you're like, oh, confirmed. I really like him. He's awesome.
Yeah.
It's gonna be interesting to see where that goes.
Yeah. Yeah, that was pretty much the episode.
Mm-hmm.
This was probably the best episode of the season so far.
I'd say so.
Yeah.
I mean,
it may be looked on as not as good as the other two, because this is a real kick in the dick.
Yeah.
To basically Daenerys has got very little left now.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, her allies are dropping off. She was hoping on such a sure thing.
Yeah, her armada is completely gone. Her money is completely gone.
Mm-hmm.
The Unsullied are trapped in Casterly Rock.
Yep.
With no boats to get back. They're going to have to walk the long way around.
Oh, they're saying they took all the provisions out as well.
Yeah.
So, they can't just like hole up there.
They're gonna have to leave eventually. And so all she basically has is her dragons and the Dothraki.
And Jon Snow, potentially.
Potentially Jon Snow, but still, that is not enough with the way Cersei is running things.
Right.
Cersei is running shit on point right now. She's becoming the Robb Stark.
Yeah. The Queen in the South.
Yeah. She's becoming her dad. And as ruthless and as cunning of a strategist in war as he ever was.
Well, the banker said that more than once.
Oh,
when
yeah.
they were having that meeting, was like, "Oh, you truly are your father's daughter.
Yeah.
Like, I see it in you."
Yeah. And it's like, what she lacks in strategy, she makes up in ruthlessness.
Mm-hmm.
She's far more ruthless than her dad ever was.
Yeah.
And so far, it is getting her in the right spot. She is basically all that Daenerys has left is her dragons.
Mm-hmm.
And in what they showed for next week, she's going to pull the dragon card.
Yeah. Yeah, she's probably just going to hop on a dragon, try to go take Euron's ships, even though, Tyrion and Missandei told her, like, that's not a good idea.
Yeah.
Don't do that. She's probably going to say, fuck it, I'm going to do it anyway.
Yeah. It's like on a scale of 1 to 10, what are the odds that we lose one dragon next week?
Low risk is 1, highest risk is 10.
Yeah, obviously, that's how this always works.
Just making sure.
10! Nobody gets hurt. Said never.
If we're working on a scale of safety, 10 is safe, 1 is not. But I'd say there's a 60% chance, 65% chance we're losing a dragon. Either this next episode or the following episode.
Which one do you think we lose? Big one of the small ones?
I think one of the small ones. So, probably not the one that she's going to be riding. Not Drogon.
I could see the big one getting killed, and it falls, and the two small ones pick her up, and one of the small ones pick her up and fly away.
Yeah. I think it's one of the small ones, though. Just enough that she feels that wound, that sting, and probably the one that's named after Viserys, her brother.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of symbolic, I guess,
Yeah.
I don't know. What do you think?
I think if anyone gets killed, it would be the way this season is going. As just she's losing bits and pieces of the war very quickly.
Mm-hmm.
Big one's gone.
Yeah.
And right now, I put it at a 75-80% chance.
Okay.
The only way that she doesn't lose any dragons is if instead of going after Euron, she goes after Jaime and the gold. To make sure that Cersei doesn't get it.
That's true.
She goes with the more strategic instead of the more... It's more strategic to keep the money... To get the money to keep Cersei from getting that advantage over her. Than it is to take out Euron.
It could be also one of those things, too, where... Might be hoping for too much, or, seeing too much into it, but she gave Jon Snow the dragon glass... Because it means nothing to her,
Yeah.
She's just like, you have it, you mine it, whatever, as a favor. So, if she's going to attack somebody, she might ask Jon Snow, because she might talk to Tyrion and find out what kind of man he, find out more about him, or talks to Davos even.
Yeah.
What did you mean about... Because he almost let slip that Jon Snow died.
Yeah, stabbed in the heart.
Yeah, he got stabbed in the heart, and Daenerys and Tyrion looked at each other like, "What does that mean?"
Yeah, I don't understand what the significance of that was.
Well, I think if she sees that he gave his life for
But would she even really believe it?
I think from Davos she might.
I don't think she would.
I don't know.
She doesn't believe in the White Walkers.
No, but it doesn't mean that she doesn't see things. She sees things in people. That she's she can get a sense of certain people. So, like, at least how I feel
the
about
way
it.
the way they talked about it, I wonder if there's something from the books that we don't know about. Like, there's like a part of the prophecy of like the prince coming back.
Oh, the Azor
Yeah.
Ahai?
Yeah.
Yeah.
If she's thinking he died and came back.
Maybe.
That's what I'm wondering.
Yeah. But, like, she might ask him for help. You know, like, no one else is going to support her in this on that she wants to ride with her dragons to go.
Yeah.
You know, she might ask him for help, and he's like, how the fuck am I supposed to... Am I supposed to run on the ground below you and help you out? And she's like, no, I'm going to teach you how to ride a dragon. You know?
Yeah, I don't think she'd do that.
I don't know. Like...
I don't see that happening.
I'm just thinking, like, because then she might be able to send... She'll go one way and send John another.
I don't see that happening at all.
No. I mean, like, it would
It's
be
what
cool.
we want. That's what...
It would be cool.
Yeah, we want to see Jon Snow riding a dragon. If it does ever happen, it's not going to happen next week or even the week after.
Ever since the dragons were brought into the world, I wanted to see John ride a dragon. You know?
Yeah, I think what's going to happen, she's going to ask for his help, and he may stick around in a more strategic level.
Yeah, because I mean, like, Tyrion has some tactics. He's okay at it. But Jon Snow's better.
Yeah. Also,
So, like,
also with as quickly as people move around, Jorah's going to show up.
Yeah, that's true.
Jorah's like, all right, I'm going to go see Daenerys. Like 5 minutes later, knocks on the door. Hey, I'm here.
How much would that suck if he's stepping out of the Citadel, and he's waving bye to Sam through a window, and he gets hit by a carriage?
Or just some other rock guy just touches him. He's like, God damn it!
No! He stomps back in and goes back to his room. Damn it!
Yeah.
I thoroughly enjoyed this episode.
Yeah, it was a great episode. It just... So far this season, we're just getting kicked in the dick.
We get more information, and then more theories come out as to what's going to happen next.
We're getting more information. We're getting further along to resolutions, and the people that... Is anybody really root for Cersei? I'm going to say no.
No.
So, the people that we're supposed to be rooting for are, bit by bit, getting taken down a peg, and it's making it less likely that they're going to win.
Yeah. Well, it's like the whole Super Saiyan thing. Like, the closer you are to death, the stronger you become. So, like, they're just chipping away at the ones we're rooting for, hopefully, so that they become stronger and can overcome Cersei. I guess time will tell.
Mm-hmm.
The next episode and beyond.
Yep.
So, thanks everybody for watching. Be sure to tune in next week for the next one. And be sure to like, subscribe, all that good stuff, and then check out all our other videos and let us know what you think in the comments below. What crazy theory do you have? Who do you think's going to win? We'll see you next time.
Bye.